Well, we had another amazing run today. Stock market did exactly what we hoped it would do. We got some movement, was able to make some money. I'll have to say I'm pretty tickled. Make sure you stick around. We're going to talk about the moves I made today, getting us set up for tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit about the FOMC meeting, what I'm expecting, how I'm positioning myself. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name's Josiah and I trade stocks and cryptocurrencies for a living. And if you hate making money, this is not the channel for you. If you like making money, if you like learning about stocks, crypto, and investing, make sure you stick around, hit that subscribe button, and do me a favor, hit the like button. I'm going to give you a ton of gems in this video, and the most important thing is to get it out to as many people as possible. So hit that like button, help me out with that. So let's talk about the market for a minute. We had a pretty good day in the market. S&P ran up 1.47% for the day, Dow Jones up 1.09%, and the NASDAQ up 1.67%. Now in the market this morning, I said I really didn't know which way it was going to go. I was kind of expecting us to get a little bit of a bounce. However, I said ultimately I was looking for this market to move down. And I think even though a lot of people are saying this is just confirming that upward move, I think today just set us up more for what I've been expecting. And the reason I say that is I do believe when Jerome Powell comes out and talks tomorrow, he's going to do his press conference around 2:30 tomorrow Eastern. He's going to come out and he's going to be talking tough. He's going to put us all on notice that inflation's still a concern and that they're not taking their foot off the pedal until they get this under control. And I think that tough talk is going to set this market back. So that's how we've been playing it. Now let's go ahead and start off with the good news. I said I was going to be watching the market, try to pick up some moves today. I did not end up getting into the TQQQ. I actually turned my focus to Coinbase, which we talked about that this morning. If you've been following me, you know that's my bread and butter. So I picked up some calls, just little short-term calls expiring on Friday. Picked those up at $2.20. I thought that was a great price. I thought if Coinbase just gets a little bit of a pop today, that those would do very nicely. And sure enough, within a few minutes they had, sold them, made a 20% ROI on that trade. Very happy. However, I'm going to say anyone that followed me, if you was a little more patient at one point in time, those had ran up about 90%. If I just held out another half an hour, I could have really cashed in on them. But that's the name of the game, you sell out where you've set yourself up at. I said that if it climbed back up over 57, I'd bought them at the $57 strike price. They were down in the low 56s. I said if they climbed back up over 57, I was going to sell. They did. I did not know that they were going to climb on up and get up over 60 today. I made my 20% and I'm happy with that. I made peace with that. But if you held on a little bit longer today and you made really big money on Coinbase, leave it in the comments and let me know about it. So really happy, 20% ROI on that trade. And then I set myself up at the end of the day. We just talked about the FOMC meeting and what I'm kind of expecting out of it. Now, does that mean that the market's going to just collapse all at once? It could, but not necessarily. But I did go ahead and pick up some SQQQ today. We dropped under the $40 mark. Thought that was a good place to get in, $39.50. Thought that was a fantastic price. Went ahead and picked up some shares. And for the heck of it, I went ahead and picked up a few contracts. They were plenty cheap enough. Picked those up at $2.85. Calls on the SQQQ. Bought those at the $40 strike price. We'll wait and see how tomorrow pans out, because if I'm right, he comes out talking tough and we end up a sell-off in the market, either a really hard sell-off all at once or a little bit over the rest of this week. Both those plays could be very lucrative. So I'm excited to see where that might go. And if we get that SQQQ running back up, we don't really have much support. In fact, let me go ahead and pull it up here. That way I make sure I'm telling you right while I'm looking at this. But we really don't have hardly any resistance until we get up to around $44. So from where we're at, we've got a pretty good spike up to be able to get to around that $44 mark. You know, we've managed to get over the last couple days, we've hit highs around the 41.30, I'm sorry, 41.30. But before that, we were down, well, we might say that we got some resistance right there around the 41 and a half. Little resistance at the 41 and a half. But even at 41 and a half, that moves up. That's about $2 a share on our shares, which is a fantastic ROI. And that will make those calls really blow up for us. So that's what I'm going to be playing. That's how I've positioned myself. Make sure that you're following along. Hit that like button for me. Like I said, trying to give you a ton of value in an easy to follow along with format. Come on, watch, pick up what I'm doing, and start learning how to do it yourself. I want to see everybody reach financial freedom. I want to see everyone out there with $1 million portfolio. That's what I want for each and every one of you. What do you want for yourself? Join me in the morning. We'll go over our game plan for what we're doing then. And until then, be blessed. And remember, never trade with your emotions. Always trade by the numbers.